Stewart-Houston County to order. And so if you would, excuse me. Okay, need you all to leave, please. You got it?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. All right, you have in front of you the agenda for the meeting. Hopefully everyone has had the chance to read the minutes and also bills that are there. I would ask for a motion to approve both of those, please. I have a motion by Randall and seconded by Phil to approve the minutes for the last meeting and allow us to pay all of the bills. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Thank you. Moving directly to old business, we'll come back to public comment. First item you notice is that the Stewart County side, we'll talk about that, paving of the road on the SHIP agenda. And so therefore the sign lighting status, we actually spoke about that at the last meeting. That has been done. It's there. It actually came in under what we had anticipated as far as the cost goes, and that bill has been paid. And so Jamie did a good job for us. One other thing that was under the old business, it probably fits in both one, but Ms. Reedy spoke to last time about the where the road was cut after we had paved that. And so I spoke to Pam Lowry about it. She in turn went to the city of Huron, and they will come back and they will prepare the road and re-asphalt that portion of it for us when they're through with the water line. So that was their response. They're going to do all that to all of the roads out there once they get through. Anything else under the old business on that? Okay, let's move directly to the new business, and you have in front of you the first item there, and this is the revised contract. At the last meeting, we had the draft that was there. I gave that to Scott Beller with Tennessee Steel, and they reviewed it and they sent back the changes, and the red marks you see in this are the changes that were made in the contract itself. And so if you want to take a minute to look at those, or if you want me to continue on that, I can.
I have a question when you get ready. I read the old one here, and on page 3 of 6 at the top of the old one, it talks about a restriction and kind of restrictions constructed shall be used for industrial manufacturing purposes in a period of 10 years, so on and so forth. That was about the only place I saw conditions with what they're supposed to do. And did we decide not to talk about jobs or number of jobs in this?
We didn't talk about jobs. They have promised 18 jobs in there with $21 an hour, and starting them at 16 to 18 and going to 21. Their intent is to build a 70 by 300 pad. They're going to build a 70 by 100 building to start with. They're buying all new equipment to then begin developing the framework for their buildings. We didn't put it in here, but that's what
it may or may not be a good idea. I just didn't know if it was discussed, and I didn't know if anybody else had any comments or thoughts on it. But when I read through it, I didn't see really the word jobs much in here, and didn't know if maybe it needed to be, or maybe to be a little stronger. Just my opinion. And there is one sentence, the sentence is just, and I agree with the sentence about we don't want them to use it as a warehouse or storage facility,
right.
But I didn't know if we needed to strengthen or buttress that up a little stronger, or maybe everybody good with it like it is, or?
Where is that?
I'm still on the old one, because I don't know,
Oh,
I tried to
okay.
find it quickly on the new one.
Page 3. It's under,
The top of,
it's under 2, and it's the last paragraph under number 2.
Right.
well, I didn't have time to look at the changes, so has anything changed with respect to top
All
of
the
page 3 of 6?
Yeah, all the changes are in red.
I have a question, because I don't.
Sure.
It's just that it made me think about it. So, and it says not as a warehouse, but they can still manufacture their steel pieces that they need and store them there until they're ready to ship them over. Is that correct?
I would assume that that's what they would do. Their indication to me is they're going to make them, they're going to load them and take them so that they can finish their buildings at their Dixon site at the present time.
Okay, perfect.
They didn't have any objection to that clause. That was in there written that way and
Okay.
came back that way, so I guess they're good with it.
But I asked the question last time, you know, trying to get a picture of what they're gonna do. And, and the intent of my question was, you know, is it gonna be manufacturing there Monday morning till Friday at closing?
Yes.
And I think he answered it, and you know, because for a minute I thought he was saying we've got all these employees and everything, and the 18 jobs. Are we gonna go in our industrial park building and manufacture steel and the parts of these buildings being put together, and then we're gonna leave for the end of the week? Because I think he remembered talk about the day that they move out to construct, and my thought was, well, is that going to leave that building empty, or are we manufacturing in the industrial park, you know, 40-hour week?
Their intent is to manufacture 40-hour week. What they're having to do is, and this is what they've explained to me, is they're going to take where currently they have to have another company prepare all the railing and bending all of those steel beams that they use. And they're going to do all of that with new equipment in this facility. And that's 18 new employees that they don't currently have. And so they're buying the equipment, they're going to build their own building, etc. And then once they get those, they'll take them to their facility over about halfway to Dixon. And then at that point, that will become a component. They intend to deal with their entire stream of operation, from making the framework through the final product to shipping it out. And that's what their intent is with this. And the other piece of that, I mean, we're getting 18, is eventually they'll probably, I won't say probably, they may come the entire process, which would be another 30 employees coming to our park. So, but they're planning on building the pad out and everything so that they're ready to expand for the full 70 by 300 building.
Is there any language in here that puts a time frame on them manufacturing? In other words, you know, a year from now they're going to be.
I thought we had something in here about
Yeah, I think it is in the original one, but I think it's about completion of the building, though, isn't it? Is that how it was
It
worded?
is, and I hadn't been told to put anything like that in there, so
I'm just thinking about
know what's wrong.
what's on my mind.
That's not a good one to compare with.
Well,
Please don't compare them again.
do I?
Please don't compare them again.
No.
Well,
That's just,
I don't want to be sitting right here and do the same thing and have another building sitting out there with nothing happening in it. Well, this is where it starts, right here, right? We talked about it.
just because it's on that paper don't mean it happened.
Okay. Moving along.
I think it is. I read the thing. I think it is something in there about the completion of the building, but you know, I can't remember now.
okay, it's in the, on page 5 at the top. The parties agree that the purchaser will construct a blank square foot industrial building, the property within 6 months of the closing if no building is constructed, the ID board will have the option to repurchase the land for $10,000 an acre. So if they're not doing what we had in there at the end of 6 months, then
We can take it back.
we can take it back. We can pay them $10,000 an acre back and move on. And they apparently had no issue with that whatsoever.
But that's building, isn't it?
Yeah,
Not what you're saying.
Not manufactured.
And Mr. Brown, it's on page 3 there too. Or is that above number 3?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you combine the two, you're right. The deed restriction that all buildings constructed shall be used only for industrial manufacturing. That's in the 3. And then on the 5th page, if they do not do that within 6 months, then we get to buy the land back at $10,000 an acre. Which is, I wish we had had that with the detention.
That's kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
Something to protect us.
Okay. All right. If you all are okay with this, I need a motion that we move forward and sell the almost 7 acres, 6.9 roughly acres to Tennessee Steel.
You'll need to fill in that blank about the square footage. I had no idea what to put in there.
Right.
So if you know, go ahead and put
It'll
that
be
in.
70 by 100 is the initial one.
Bigger than, wasn't it? Ms. Howard, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
The original building, the first one they're building is 70 by 100.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Is it 75 or 70,000?
I'm sorry.
You haven't adjourned this meeting, have you?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
No. Okay. I'm sorry. Sid,
Is that 70,000 square feet?
70 by 100.
7,000.
that's 7,000.
7,000.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
It is, but 7,000 square foot building.
Right.
I thought it was bigger than that. But this is-
And then, of course, the pad will be for an additional 200 feet on that.
and none of
Motion
that's
move
in there.
forward.
I have a motion to move forward on, with Tennessee Steel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, floor is open for discussion.
Who was the second?
Second is
Fazell.
Mr. Fazell over here.
Okay.
Okay, hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you, gentlemen. I would also now ask you for a second, and that is that you would, a motion to authorize me to sign the contract of sale once we have all parties.
So moved.
I have a motion that allow me to sign for the ID board. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a
Can I
second.
add something to that?
Yes.
That, you know, we did this kind of been rushed up because we just got the survey this afternoon. We've been struggling with drafting a legal description from that little plat you see in there. But could we add in there that Howard would have the authority to make any minor changes to the contract that he sees necessary? Because there may be, we may have to change this legal description if it's not exactly correct, because I'm just interpreting what the surveyor sent me, and I hadn't had the chance to talk to him, ask him any questions or anything about it, but I may need to make some small changes to the contract, so if you'll include in your motion and also give Howard the authority to make minor changes to the contract as presented.
You mean like if it's line calls or something?
That kind of thing, yeah. We
Something
want to
small.
get it exactly right, and, you know, I don't want you to be stuck with this legal description we got here.
Refresh that then.
Okay, Randall has changed his motion to reflect that. Do I have a second on that? Second to approve. Any additional discussion on this? And I will, if there's anything big, I'll call all of you on this one. All right, hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No one opposed. All right, thank you, gentlemen. I think they're going to be a good addition and a good tenant for us as well. Okay, if you want to take a look, just the subdivision of that lot, uh, the county line is virtually impossible to identify exactly where it is on that one. But looking at the tax maps, we tried to stay as close to that as we can. And the majority of all of this is in Houston County at this point. The lower part, there may be, 5 feet that might be over. I just don't know. There's just no way for us to know unless the state's going to come and do the county line again. So the majority of it is there. Okay. Another new business, this is not on the agenda, but I need to add it there, is that last week, actually week before, I had a contact from a company called Korea Zinc. And part of their requirement was that they wanted to be within 30 minutes to an hour of the Clarksville zinc plant. And so we were, I thought, a good fit. And so I immediately sent the paperwork in. I said, yes, we got this and everything. And so I got a phone call, and some of you I was able to get to in time, but met with them this past week, last week on Thursday, I think it was, and met with the development VP program director, who is the son of the president of the company. And they make, I guess, 80% is what I understood of all of the equipment used in zinc manufacturing. Is that what you were there, as I think? And they had already been to Montgomery County and actually looked at a facility in Montgomery County. The building they need must be at least 30 foot tall to allow for the equipment being moved about in the facility. The proposed jobs they have is 100 positions at $29 an hour. And so I met Kaylee from the state office. Ray was there, Randall was there, Joey came, and so we met with them. I stayed right next with Mr. Lee and then Mr. Kim, who is one of their representatives out of the Nashville office for a company there. We discussed a number of options. They really liked the 45 acres, but it's too much. And the answer was, or the question was, will you subdivide this? And my answer was no. And so then I turned to them and I said, okay, if you'll turn this way, this is a 17 acre. And this acreage fits right against the railroad in case you need that, thinking that maybe they wanted to ship their product directly to the zinc plant up on this side of the river. They were not interested in the railroad. And so their interest, again, at that point, was dealing with trucks coming in, trucks getting out, etc. And they liked that, but they also liked the 15 acres that was right across that has the drainage ditch in it. And so, not sure. But their feedback to Kaylee and to me standing there was that Clarksville is out. The building in Clarksville does not suit. They don't like it. They absolutely loved down there right on the corner in the industrial park. And so much so that they indicated they will be back in the month of May with the president of the company and their development board to review and look at at least 2 of the 3 facilities we have there. And so I'll keep you up to date, but I thought you needed to know what's going on with that piece down there. And if we could land them, that would really be a plum in the industrial park. It's a high-paying jobs, etc. And let's just kind of all cross our fingers and say our prayers that they'll like us enough to come back and be with us. But that's getting up today. I don't have any more new business in this. Does anyone have any new business to bring up concerning the industrial development in the park? Okay, hearing none. Any public comments, anybody?
Sorry. Let's go. I didn't sign in, but my name's Camden Lang. I live on the 13,000 block in Houston County, so we're resident in Houston County. In regards to my public comments in regards to the contract language, that I'm super excited for both counties to have jobs and the business come in. The thing I'm not thrilled about is our heartache that we've had with Dacian and the contract language that was had before. So all I would ask is that the contract that y'all have now, especially with it being updated, please reflect it to the previous Dacian contract. Because any of that language that's in there that may be reflecting it, we might get in the same pickle that we were in with Dacian. So would hope that you guys review that, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Just a comment there.
Yeah.
The contract with Dacian, contrary to what some people like to put out, was actually done by the state,
Yeah.
not by us. So yeah, we're trying to avoid any more of those particular issues.
I'll give my 2 cents. Steve Black, live in Houston County. Just glanced over the proposed contract for sale. And good to see you got conditions on it regarding completion of the facility, but it seems to be silent in terms of the subsequent abandonment of the facility, like we have with Tennessee Cryogenics. So you might think about language there. We got limited land, that we don't end up with abandoned vacant facilities sitting there.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else? Entertain a motion for adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
When's the next meeting?
Okay. Next meeting will be May.
26th. Is it the 4th Tuesday?
What's the fourth? Yeah, it's the fourth Tuesday. What day is that?
Should be May 26th, but let me double check.
May 26th.
Yeah. Yeah, May 26th.
Okay, May 26th, 5 o'clock will be our next meeting. Okay. Seeing that we are now official time, we'll move and I'll call the meeting to order for the Stewart-Houston Industrial Park Board. On this, hopefully you've had a chance to read the minutes and take a look at the bill. I need to also have approval on this to transfer $1,500 tomorrow with that. So could I have a motion to approve that, paying the bills and transferring the money?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Approve that. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Okay. Let me get down here. Okay, in the old business, the website, I told you in our last meeting, which has only been a couple of weeks ago, that I was a little concerned about the cost of it and didn't feel I had a comfort level. I have since talked to 2 additional companies. They both were supposed to have sent me information. One said he did, and it hadn't come through, at least not into my email. So I'm still looking, and with your approval, I'll postpone that one again, and we'll keep looking. So, and if you know somebody that does websites that's really good, let me know, and we'll deal with it. The 2 companies I talked to, turns out one of them was in Pennsylvania and the other one was in Texas. And I'd really like to have somebody that's at least within 30 to 60 miles of us so they can see what we've got in that. Under the old business as well, I think we've already discussed the road. We've talked about the lighting. So anything else under old business? Hearing none. Under new business, park maintenance, I did put a phone call in to Colonel Bevel. I have not heard back from him, but that's not consideration. We're going to have to take a look at it. Being with Mr. Colvin last week and walking all over the plight that's going to Tennessee Steel and everything, and looking at the park, I'm not sure that if we really need somebody to bush hog as much as maybe looking at somebody maybe getting the hay off of the better slots. I don't know what the previous arrangements were for that. If any of you know, I mean, that would be maybe some helpful information. But what I would think that we probably should do with this is maybe put an ad in the paper saying, hey, we have this amount of acreage that needs to be looked at. If you're interested either in getting the hay off of it or keeping it bush hogged and clean for us, then give us a proposal. I think that might be the simplest way and also keeps us out of anybody, you know, we're paying too much or not paying enough, whatever we're doing. If you're in agreement with that, I'll just move ahead on that. I don't know that I need a
Can
motion.
you talk to me, Mr. Ed, first before you do that?
I will. I'm just waiting on him to call me back, but I did do a little, he's like all of us, he's getting older, and I'm not sure that, I got a tractor too, but I wouldn't want to go do it. So I want to make sure that he's comfortable with whatever we're going to do there too. The road repair up there, that is currently being reviewed and is out. We're looking for other potential bids for that. And so Seth is actually working on that for us, and that's moving on as well. The other piece of the new business that I'll put in there as well is the core drilling. We have sent the information to 4 different engineering firms looking for that. We've also put it on the state website. It's been out there for 2 weeks. We've got 1 more week to go, and at this point, we have had no one express an interest in doing it. And so, you know, hopefully, maybe they're waiting for the deadline, which is coming up first of next week, and we'll get something back to them.
That's the core drilling.
The core drilling on the 45-acre site. That's the grant that we received from the state, and so we finally got everything together and got it posted. And in fact, it's also on the Houston County website as well. So that one's still running. Any new business that we need to address? Mayor's gone. Okay. Anything else you can think of, Sid?
I can't think of anything right now.
I think we're covered. All right. Gary, nothing else? Entertain a motion. Oh, I'm sorry. Public comment. Okay. Hearing no public comment, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Next
I have a
meeting,
motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? I have a second over here. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
next
May
meeting.
26,
Yeah.
5:15 p.m.
Is that the same number you have?
I gotta be in the truck.
I got 2 from him from Sid.
I gotta run, so,
You too. Let me find your check.
or give it to someone else and I'll get it
No,
later.
I'll get it right here.
Money has to be pretty regular.
I'm already late, they're already calling me.
I never seen anybody get so quick, get a little check up there.
That's my livelihood. It's already spent.
Well, I called him right at about lunch today to figure out when.
You're needing a company that does core drilling, is that correct?
I
Is that what we're needing?
We need a company that does it, yes. And Seth is trying to find somebody.
I know somebody, and I'll get their information.
Tell
You
them
want me to get it to Seth, or?
to Seth.
Okay.
Actually, the lady in his office is doing the work for us, and Laura
I'll get your checks. Just a
Shadow,
minute.
something like that, Sullivan, not Sullivan. Stevens, Laura
Oh,
Stevens.
yeah. Yeah, Laura.
But yeah, but anything that we can, we definitely would deal with.
Okay, I'll get that to Seth.
And let's see. No, that's not the number that I called him with.
It should be a correct cell phone number right there.
Okay, I'll try giving him a call tonight.
Thank you very much.
And are you gonna be in the office tomorrow?
Yes, I've got a couple of meetings. It'll be,
Hope it works out all right.
probably after lunch.
Okay, I'll come after lunch and transfer the money, and I need to spend about 15 minutes with you on the account.
Okay.
You too.
Well,
Jackson,